Welcome back to Graffiti Wisdom. My name is Christian, and today I'm going to show you how to make white rice. And we're going to make a bowl with white rice and chicken, so you can actually mix it up a little bit. First, we need a cup of white rice, obviously. We need chicken breast. We need onion. We need peppers because I like spicy food. We need some soy sauce, and also a little bit of butter, and I'll show you what the butter's for at the very end. First, we're gonna wash up the rice. We're gonna wash it thoroughly. The reason we do this is because we need to get the starch out of the rice. So what we need to do this, we're gonna need a strainer, and I'm gonna show you how to do it real quick. We need a pot, and also we need a piece of aluminum paper. Since I don't have a rice cooker, I'm gonna show you how to cook it in a pot, and it's gonna let it run. And this is an easy way to do it, so actually all the starch just runs out. You do need a strainer so all the rice doesn't actually go through. We shake it a little bit to get the rest of the water out. It doesn't really matter as much because we're gonna add water to it. What we're gonna do is now we're gonna put it into the pot like so. And what we're gonna do, and this actually works every single time I do it. What you need to do is wash your hands really well. And what you're gonna do is just even out the rice at the bottom of the pot. And once that's done, you're gonna open the water, put your hand onto it so it doesn't like mess with the rice as much. So it stays even in the bottom of the pot. Now what you wanna do, and this is actually really simple. And I'm going to show you right now. What you want to do is put your hand on the bottom of the pot where the rice is, and you see where my knuckle is right now. That's the level of water every single time it has to have. Once we've done that, we have the rice in the bottom of the pot, and I'll show you the trick, and I'm telling you, that trick works every single time. Well, one of the chefs that I used to work for, he taught me that trick without using a rice cooker, and it works every single time. So now, what we can do with the aluminum paper, we can set it on the pot and on the top of the pot, and we just close the lid. So it makes a tighter seal with it. Once we've done that, we're gonna set it up. Usually it takes about 20 minutes or so to cook, so it shouldn't take too long to actually make 1 cup of rice. Now that we have the rice cooking right now, we're gonna go ahead and make the chicken. What we need is a piece of chicken breast, and what you're gonna do is grab your knife, make sure it's sharp. You can cut it into slices or you can cut it into squares. It don't really matter as long as it's bite size, you can call them. And yeah, just go ahead and cut your chicken. Once that's done, you can set it up on the side. I taught myself this recipe, and I mean, you can just use creativity to work with kitchen. That's the beauty of actually cooking, which it's fun. You got to make it fun. If you don't make it fun and you don't enjoy it, then why are you doing it, right? All right, so now that we cut the chicken, we're gonna set it on the side. We're gonna clean the board, obviously, because we're messing with raw chicken. We don't want that. We don't want any diseases on our board. Dry up your knife, and now we're gonna go ahead and cut the onion. Make sure the onion is clean. I mean, I already cleaned it up. I took that part off. What you can do, and I like doing, some people call it juliennes. I just slice them, and what you just go ahead and slice the onion. It's really up to you how much onion you really put into it. I like to put a lot because I love onion. But we're gonna go ahead and use this part for now. And now we're gonna go ahead and cut the peppers. This is Serrano peppers. I like using this because they're a little, they're not as sweet as jalapeno peppers, and they're actually more spicy. So we're gonna go ahead and cut these as well. To make it a little bit prettier, I like to actually cut the pepper like this instead of going forward and making little circles. Alright, let's go to trash. We're gonna set as well the peppers on the side. Alright, now we have the chicken, the peppers, and the onions. Wash your hands. Get a little coffee. We're gonna get a pan out. We're gonna turn it up. We're gonna add a little bit of oil onto the pan. Alright, now that it heat up, you can always check if it's actually hot. If it's not, and if it doesn't burn your finger, then it's not ready. But this is ready to go. What we're gonna do is we're gonna pour the chicken in. You can start hearing that sizzle. And we're gonna get a little spoon in. Usually, if you have a Teflon pan, I recommend using wood because it won't scratch the pan as much. And what you want to do is just swirl it around a little bit so it starts cooking evenly. Now, the trick to cooking chicken, so it stays moist, it has to be really hot on the pan, and you gotta like swirl it around as much as you can. Sometimes people just let you, like tell you not to do it, but I like to do so because it keeps the moisture inside the chicken in. So now we're going to add a little bit of salt. We're going to add a little bit of pepper. And we're going to swirl it a little more. To do this, you really don't need a lot of cooking skills. All you got to do is just the heart to actually want it to cook. And if you want to cook a delicious meal, you don't have to be a professional to actually do it. And you can make delicious meals like this one. Just keep swirling it. And you can see all the pieces of chicken actually started cooking evenly, and that actually seals in the juices of the chicken, and it stays as moist as it can. So now we're going to go ahead and add the onions. The reason I cut them this way is because they stay bigger, it doesn't disappear. If you sometimes cut them real small, the onion shrinks like down, and all the water just gets out of the onion, and it disappears on the dish. And I like having pieces of onion in my dish, you know. I love onion. Wipe it around because all that oil jumps out all over the place. As you can see, the chicken's starting to fry a little bit more. It's actually getting a little crispy. So that's what you actually want. You're going to go ahead and add the peppers. If you don't really like peppers, you don't have to. You can actually add mushrooms to this and it will taste really good as well. You're going to shake that a little bit more. You might want to open up your windows because once you start frying this Serrano peppers, those things are just going to start hurting in your throat. So once that's done, you're going to grab a spoon. We're going to add a little bit of soy sauce to it. I just added 2 teaspoons of soy sauce. So that should be good enough for the chicken, and actually keeps the flavor down, and it doesn't salt the chicken too much. Now what we're gonna do is just let it sit in the stove for a little bit, so it crisps out even more thanks to the soy sauce. We're gonna head and turn off the stove. I went ahead and turned on the fan because the spice was just starting to get into my throat and just makes you sneeze a lot. Alright, we're gonna put the chicken on the side for a little bit. And look at the rice, how it's done, and see, if you look at it, it has that little fluffiness to it. That means it's actually done. We're gonna go ahead and turn it off and put the lid back on so it fluffs up even more. Alright, now this all set up, I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to mount the plate. Alright, we're gonna need a bowl. I mean, you don't really need a big bowl. I mean, I just like using this because it looks pretty. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and use the same spoon we had for the rice. We're gonna add a little bit to this bowl that we got here. And it really doesn't matter how much rice you use. If you like it a lot, you can make it. You can add as much rice as you want. Like I said, you don't need to be a pro to actually eat good and make plates look really nice. I'm gonna go ahead. Ooh, that's hot. It's pretty hot. We're gonna go ahead and use this. Just let it drop. Ooh, that's hot. Alright. Now we're gonna go ahead and add the chicken to the top or the side. It doesn't really matter. It looks really pretty if you actually do it on the side. And now I went ahead and melted the butter. Get a little more coffee in me. And that's what the butter was for. I went ahead and melted the butter. And we're just going to add it to the middle of the rice. And the last part, and that's why we had a little soy sauce left over. We're going to add soy to the middle of the rice as well. I love soy sauce. And there you have it. If you think about it, while I was cooking the chicken, the rice was actually cooking, and it took about 10 to 15 minutes to actually get done. So it's a really, really quick meal to make. And it's really cheap as well. If you don't, like I said, if you don't have a lot of money, you can just buy a little piece of chicken breast, buy onion, buy rice, and it will last you a while too. Because a cup of rice makes like 3 or 4 servings of this. And now with the butter and the soy sauce, it gives it a really, really, really good taste to it. Alrighty, so here comes the best part of the video, actually trying it out. It's so good. Man. The way that butter and the soy sauce mix together really, really spices up the plate. It makes a delicious meal, I'm telling you guys. Man, I gotta finish this. Alrighty. Well, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. If you like the video, hit that subscribe button and that like button as well. That was actually my way of showing you how to make rice in a pot without actually using a rice cooker. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you guys, and stay tuned for the next video. Peace.